Just 3 minutes ago, Chris Coons, the seasoned senator from Delaware, had two numbers in hand. 47 minutes, the time Patel spent with Trump. 14 cases, the files Patel buried. And Coons was going to ask Patel a question today that would connect those two numbers in a way that would even surprise the FBI director's lawyers. Kash Patel was sitting at the table. He was trying to look relaxed. He was saying, "Executive privilege. I made an independent decision," he said. But the documents in Coons' hands told a different story. 47 minutes of discussion, 14 cases buried 11 days later, and it was no coincidence. Watch this video until the end, because in the next few minutes, you will see how a senator destroyed an FBI director with a timeline. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe immediately and turn on notifications, because what happened in Congress today was not just an inquiry. This was the numbers and the dates exposing the lies. Coons would reveal these with the question Patel asked. Let's get to know Chris Coons, senator from Delaware. But he's not just a politician. He studied law at Yale. He served as county executive. In the Senate, he is a member of the Judiciary Committee. So he knows the law, management knows, and most importantly, he is an expert in schedule analysis. Today, he would use that expertise against Patel.
"Director Patel," Coons said, his voice calm, "I will tell you a story starting from January 20, 2025, and each date is supported by records. Are you ready?" Patel leaned forward. "I'm ready, Senator." Coons opened the file. "January 20, 2025, the day you became the FBI director. 3:23 p.m., you entered the White House. Is that correct?" Patel hesitated. "Yes, I had a meeting." "Who with?" "With President Trump." Coons shook his head. "President Trump. Oval Office. How long did it last?" Patel swallowed. "I don't remember exactly." Coons pulled out the document. White House security records. Entry, 15:23. Exit, 16:10. 47 minutes. Do you remember? Patel remained silent. Coons continued. 47 minutes. On your first day, your first official meeting as the FBI director. And what was discussed in that meeting? Patel answered immediately. Executive privilege. Coons smiled. "Of course, executive privilege. Okay, then let me tell you what happened after that day." Coons pulled out another document. January 20, 4:47 p.m., so 37 minutes after returning from the White House. FBI Digital Access System. What did you do? He showed the document. You accessed the Epstein investigation master file. You stayed on the system for 2 hours and 14 minutes. On your first day, you opened the Epstein file as your first case. Why? Patel tried to speak. Reviewing priority files. On your first day? Coons interrupted. There are thousands of files. Terror, organized crime, cybercrime. But you opened Epstein 37 minutes later, after returning from Trump. Is this a coincidence? Coons produced another document. January 21, the next day, FBI upper management meeting. According to the minutes, what is the first agenda item? He read the minutes. Agenda 1, status of the Epstein investigation and new strategy. He stopped. New strategy. 1 day after your first day, a new strategy for Epstein. What strategy? Patel couldn't answer. Coons continued. And January 31, 11 days later, it's 2:30 p.m., a directive has been issued by the FBI director, with your signature, and that directive stopped 14 different federal investigations. Coons stopped. He looked at the living room. 14 cases. The same day. The same directive. They were all stopped. Now I have to stop here, because Coons hasn't yet said what those 14 cases are, but now he will explain them one by one, and each case will corner Patel even more. If you've watched this video up to this point, please hit the like button, and write in the comments, what do you think those 14 lawsuits are? What are they about? Leave your guesses, because now Coons will explain the 14 cases category by category.
Coons opened a new file. I will now explain those 14 cases to you according to their categories. He read the first category. Category 1, Election interference. 3 cases. Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania. About the 2020 election. Fake voter documents. Allegations of vote count manipulation. The FBI has been investigating these cases for 4 years. Witnesses have given their statements. Evidence was collected. And on January 31, at your directive, they were all stopped. Coons opened the second category. Category 2, concealment of classified documents. 2 cases. Lawsuits filed after the Mar-a-Lago searches. More than 300 classified documents were found. The FBI was conducting an investigation. Who accessed it? Who hid it? Who shared it? And on January 31, it was stopped by your directive. Third category. Category 3, financial crimes. 5 cases. Tax evasion, money laundering, insurance fraud. The FBI and IRS were working together. Financial records were being analyzed. Millions of dollars in discrepancies were found. And on January 31, at your directive, they were all stopped. Fourth category. Category 4, foreign agent and FARA violations. 2 cases. Violations of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Lobbying activities on behalf of foreign governments, unregistered, unreported. The FBI was investigating, and on January 31, it was halted at your directive. Fifth category. Category 5, obstruction of justice. 2 cases, related to some events between 2017 and 2021, the firing of the FBI director, allegations of investigation manipulation, parallel investigations to the Mueller inquiry, and on January 31, at your direction, it was stopped. Coons closed the last page. 14 cases, 5 categories: election interference, concealment of classified documents, financial crimes, foreign espionage, obstruction of justice, all of them on January 31st, the same day, with your signature, stopped. Coons looked at Patel. And now I ask you, what is the common thread among these 14 cases? Patel remained silent. Coons answered, Trump. In all 14 cases, directly or indirectly, Trump's name is mentioned, either himself, his company, his family, or his close circle. There is a Trump connection in all 14 cases. Coons produced another document. And here is the evidence. FBI internal report. Common analysis of 14 cases. The report states, the common feature of these 14 cases is their connection to the 45th president or his close circle. 45th president, Trump. He showed the document. FBI's own report. Trump connection in 14 cases. Coons leaned forward. And now let's go back to the timeline. January 20, 47 minutes with Trump. January 21, new strategy for Epstein. January 31, 14 Trump-related cases halted. 11 days, from meeting with Trump to the suspension of 14 lawsuits. 11 days. Coons stood up. Director Patel, this is not a coincidence. This is a plan. Trump told you what to do on January 20. You prepared for 11 days. You reviewed the files. You planned the strategy. And on January 31, you buried 14 lawsuits with a single directive. Patel tried to speak. Senator, these cases are independent of each other. No. Coons raised his voice. They're not independent. The FBI's own report says, common feature, 45th president connection. Your own institution's report. If you made it this far in the video, share it with your friends. Because look at what Coons has put forward. 14 cases, 5 categories, all connected to Trump, all buried in 11 days, and the FBI's own report confirms this.
Coons released the final documents, and now I will show you one last thing, the reaction of the FBI agents. He read the emails. FBI agent Morris, I couldn't understand this directive. The Georgia election case was moving forward. Why was it stopped? FBI prosecutor Chen, The Mar-a-Lago documents case was at a critical stage. What happens now? FBI analyst Rodriguez, 14 cases can't be stayed at the same time. This looks political. Coons slammed the emails on the table. Your own agents, your own prosecutors, your own analysts, they all say the same thing. This is political. This is not normal. 14 cases don't get dismissed at the same time. Coons approached Patel. And you say to me, I made an independent decision, but you met with Trump for 47 minutes. 11 days later, you dropped 14 Trump-related cases, and even your own agents are objecting to it. How is this an independent decision? Patel bowed his head. Coons said his final words. Director Patel, the FBI director, swears allegiance to the Constitution, not the president. But you pledged loyalty to Trump in 47 minutes, and in 11 days you buried 14 lawsuits. This is not loyalty. This is obedience, and an FBI director should not be obedient. It should be independent. Coons sat down. I gave you the numbers. 47 minutes, 11 days, 14 lawsuits, 5 categories. They're all in the records. They are all in the documents, and they all show the same truth. You carried out Trump's order, not as the FBI director, but as Trump's subordinate. The room was silent. Patel couldn't lift his head. The numbers presented by Coons were very clear. 47 minutes, 11 days, 14 lawsuits, and each number revealed a truth. After meeting with Trump, Patel had buried the Trump-related cases. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story doesn't end here. Those 14 cases were halted, but the files are still there. The documents are still there. Witnesses can still speak, and one day a new FBI director could reopen those files. Coons destroyed Kash Patel today, with numbers, with a timeline, with documents. 47-minute Trump meeting. 14 lawsuits were dismissed 11 days later. 5 categories: election interference, concealment of classified documents, financial crimes, foreign agent activity, obstruction of justice. They all have a Trump connection. They were all buried on the same day, and even the FBI agents objected. Coons didn't just ask the questions, he conducted a systems analysis, and that analysis showed Patel did not act independently. He complied with Trump's order. 47 minutes was enough to bury 14 cases.